Anyway, him and this other guy goes up to this guy and just lays into him. The guy's partners sitting around the table, they all jumped up and attacked both of them. And it was bad.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Hello everybody. I've told you before in videos that sometimes people coming in who are scared are the ones to really watch out for. Although a lot of them will give in and let themselves be intimidated, there's some that are so scared that they don't want the alternative, or they want to protect what's theirs. Whatever the case may be. This story takes place in Farmington. About 6 months or so after I got there from the walls, and there's some old heads there with me, you know, that knew me from the walls, and we used to hang around and stuff. But there was this young guy came in, and people were telling him, I mean, he went to the store every week, and his canteen bag was full, like Santa Claus coming back. Every week. I'm not lying. Every once in a while, you know, like with my workout partners, he'd come up while we're working out. Man, can I get in? You know, he's real quiet and soft-spoken. And sometimes we'd let him get in. Sometimes we'd say, hey man, we'll be done in a few minutes. Can you wait a few minutes? Whenever he would come back from canteen, people would say things to him like, let me get that. Drop the bag and run. Things like that, you know. Just seeing how what they're doing. They're trying to see how he's going to react. And he'd just have his head down and go back. Finally, big old guy worked out all the time, told him, said, let me get that. I was walking along beside him, let me get that, man. Let me get that bag. And he just kept walking with his head down. Man, I'll just take it. Grabs the bag from the young guy and walks off. We all wondered what was going to happen. Because something like that happens, you're supposed to react. Don't let them take your stuff. He lets the guy go on back. A few days later, me and one of the mold heads from the walls, we're walking to the chow hall. The young guy goes walking by real fast. You know, it was me. Right here was the guy I was talking to. On the other side was that young guy. He just went zipping by. The old head goes, He goes, young blood there carrying a piece. Hold back. Let everybody go ahead. I said, he was? He goes, yeah. Yeah, he got peace on him. He's got something on him. As we were getting in the chow hall, there's a line. There's a wall, and then there's rails. So you're all kind of lined up here. And then you go around and you get your tray. You come around into the chow hall, and you sit down. There's another door where you go out. And there was already people, you know, leaving and stuff from the housing unit before us. I guess we're about halfway down that wall. I'm looking around for that young kid. You know, I want to know where he's at. I don't want to be sitting nowhere near him. And if I have to sit near him, I want to keep an eye on him. And because you never know, you know. But we're about halfway down to where we get the trays when the young guy gets up. And another young guy with him. They head over to this other table. The guy that took his canteen had his back to him. Both of them pull out their, we call them thumpers, you know. I don't know where he got these. I don't know if he bought them, if he made them. Usually somebody that's new to prison, they don't really make them. They try to buy one. And sometimes they make them, but I'm thinking he got it from somebody. Anyway, him and this other guy goes up to this guy and just lays into him. The guy's partners sitting around the table, they all jumped up and attacked both of them. It was bad. They ended up, you know, cops coming running and everything. You know, cops, correctional officers, we call them cops and 5-0s. They come running, but they're already getting the best of these two kids, these two young guys. Other guys laying on the floor there. Here comes the pepper spray and all that. It fills up the chow hall. Now when you're eating, and there's pepper spray, after they get everybody cleared that's going to the hole and everything, they'll let the people who's eating get another tray. They take all those guys to the hole except for the guy that got it in the back and then the sides and stuff. He's laying there. They call medical down there. They finally get him out of there. Oh, the line is stopped. They get him out of there, and then they slowly get the chow hall thing going again. They had workers out there cleaning up the blood and stuff. We went on around, sat down. But what got me was two things. One, I was not expecting the young kid to have somebody else with him. And two, I don't know how the old head knew that guy had a piece on him. I mean, you should, in a maximum security prison, you should always have one on you. But I don't know how he knew, just by looking at him. I'm telling this story because to let you know that anything in prison can happen. And you cannot underestimate anybody. Somebody you think may be timid and shy and scared and stuff, may be planning something, you know. He may be scared, but he may be willing to use that blade or even fight, whatever, you know. You never know. Prison is a bunch of unknowns. You always got to be aware of your surroundings in prison. Doesn't mean you have to get in anybody's business, but just be aware of what's going on, you know. See somebody in a place on the yard where he's usually not. It's usually a sign something's going on. You see a bunch of people posted up, might be something going on. You know, you just keep aware. But better yet, do not go to prison. Man, enjoy your freedom, man. It's not worth it going to prison, you know. It really isn't. You know, they say, some people say crime doesn't pay, others say crime does pay. My freedom is more valuable than anything. I don't ever want to go back to prison. And I don't want to see anybody else, especially young people, go to prison. Waste your whole life, man. Spend your young years, the best years of your life in prison. You don't want that. If you like that content, hit that subscribe, like, share, and check out my video I did the last time on Jim. This is about mentally ill people. Go check it out. It was a kind of sad story, but this happens to people, you know. Anyway, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.